All right, let's get into our first discussion. We're going to alter our lineup for today. We'll bring you the paper review shortly, but let's get into the discussion first of all before we move ahead. Now, we'll go to River State now. If we go there, anyone or group of persons who come forward with useful information that would lead to the arrest of those behind the gruesome crossover night killings in River State would be handsomely rewarded.
And that's according to, excuse me, that's according to River State Governor Nyesom Wike, who has placed a 200 million naira bounty on the head of the killers behind the Amoko incident. Governor Wike visited the village to commiserate with the people over the tragic incident, which claimed about 17 lives on crossover night, and assured them that security agencies have been placed on red alert to avert a recurrence in the area.
Now, this latest incident is just one of many killings that have gone on in River State in recent times.
They have come to the end. We cannot allow this to happen again. We must get the perpetrators of this deadly act. And that's why the government is placing a tag price of 200 million naira to make sure wherever they are, we must get them and they must face the wrath of the law. Those of them who are in the hospital will pick up the bills. Those of them that have lost their loved ones will see how we identify with the family to get them buried. But those anybody who's a criminal around here, whatever house or property, depending on how the government will take it, we can't allow this again. Enough is enough. And I will meet with security agencies to see how we work out other strategies that will nip this on the board. But obviously you can agree with us that this place has been peaceful. We never knew that somebody could go and still plan this mayhem. So it's a sad day for us, and criminals should know that we will not take the worst to them. We will not allow them to attack before we go to them. We must go to them and let them know that it will not be longer business as usual. So that's our position.
Enough is enough. That's the word from the governor of River State, Nyesom Wike. And he said, we'll not wait for them to come, we will take the war to them. We now have joining us from Port Harcourt, the Commissioner of Police in River State, Zaki Ahmed, joining us right now. Good morning, Commissioner. It's nice to have you join us. First of all, I'd like you to confirm, because there are the figures that came out as to the number of people that were killed. Some say 14, others 17, others 16 and 15. Can you confirm the number of casualty in this latest incident?
Commissioner, can you hear us?
All right, it seems the line is still down, but we have joining us from Rivers the Commissioner of Police there. We just heard from the governor of the state when he was addressing newsmen earlier. Now, the killing in River State is one too many in recent times, and the dimensions they go. A lot of people say that there are a lot of cult activities there. In fact, some of especially during elections, now some of the killings there are perpetrated by cultists, according to authorities, many of the times.
Absolutely, and that is one problem River State is facing at the moment, the problem of cultism. And it seems not to be that state alone in the country at this time.
All right, we have joining us, before we'll try to reestablish the line with the Commissioner of Police from River State, but we have with us a security analyst now, Benro Oloyede, joining us right now. Good morning, Benro. It's nice to have you join us on Skype. Now, I know you've been following the developments in River State. Now, from your assessment, a lot of people are saying that the Nigerian police are always reactive to things. We just heard the governor said that we'll be taking the war to them and not wait for them to attack us. What is the capacity of the police from what you think they have in taking the war to them every time?
Hello, I can't hear you well. I don't know if you are hearing me from there.
We can hear you.
Yeah, but all I could hear was... hello?
We can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. When you heard of the killings in River State, what do you think has gone wrong for this to occur? Let me change the question this way.
Yeah, the killing in River State, I will say that everything has gone wrong. It's historical and it's political. And we cannot just situate the recent killing within the context of what took place on the 1st of January alone. But you have to look at the historical antecedent of River State. State that was part of the Niger state that was riddled with crisis before. Before now, the issue of
Biro, are you there?
We have been talking about the killings on New Year Day there, and we had the Commissioner of Police River State joining us, Zaki Ahmed, and we also had Biro Olajuigbe joining us on Skype. But let's go back to Zaki Ahmed, the Commissioner of Police. If you can hear me now, I was asking you earlier on to confirm, help us confirm the actual number of casualties in this attack.
Very unfortunate, 16 people were killed. It happened that they were coming from New York crossover service from a youth center and the Salvation Ministry. All of a sudden, by the time they reached their villages, some gunmen came from the river, from the creek, and started shooting sporadically. At the end of the day, 16 people were killed. 4 others were injured. The corpses were removed to hospital, and those injured were also taken for treatment where they receive adequate medical attention.
Now, there are many unresolved cases of killings in River State, and this is not the first time this will be happening. There are still unresolved cases of about 15 people killed last year, October. And then just this morning now on the front page of the Nation newspaper, about 6 people have just been killed. Yesterday, different attacks in 3 communities. What is the police command in River State doing?
Well, police is up and doing. We have made adequate arrangement. All our tactical teams are deployed to ensure that normalcy is restored, and the normalcy has been restored. People are going about their local business. The tactical teams are deployed in Omok and in all the areas where we have these security challenges. Security challenges such as cultism, kidnapping, and armed robbery are some of the challenges that are facing us here. But we are rising up against the challenges. We are making headway.
All right, let me ask you, even at the last political dispensation, we had killings of this kind. We had different kind of cultic activities. At that time, the police assured that they were rising above the incident and they were taking all measures to ensure it doesn't happen again. Here we are again on New Year Day. Here we are again, tension everywhere. What is the police really doing differently when it comes to the real taking into cognizance all measures to ensure it doesn't happen again? What is that thing that the police is doing that is going to be different?
First of all, we have intensified our efforts. We have increased our level of commitment, and we have made adequate deployment in all the areas we have these challenges, particularly Omo. We have tactical teams, anti-kidnapping unit, anti-cultism, counter-terrorism units, IGP, intelligence teams, and IG monitoring teams are also there to ensure that the perpetrators of this attack are arrested and are brought to book.
But with all this, you just lined up of different police activities going on in that state, many will still wonder why almost daily occurrences like this happen. So is it that the police is not really in a good relationship with locals and they're not giving the police intelligence, or what?
It's not so. I think one of the cardinal principles we are using is collaboration, synergy with members of the public. We have excellent relationship with members of the public. This particular incident that happened is an isolated case. These people are not living in River State. They came from somewhere through the river, through the creeks, and they perpetrated this act. And the first place they went and attacked people is a house belonging to Third in command, or one of the notorious cultists who is on the run, who we have been hunting for him. He has escaped. They came to that place because he has repented and he has left the group. They came to assassinate him. But unfortunately, his brother was killed. He's one of those people that were killed, and they couldn't get him. He was injured. Then they started shooting sporadically. And before you know it, they run back to the creek, to the river with their speedboats and sped up. We are making contact with the locals. They are assisting us, and I can assure you, within limited time, we'll get these people arrested and they will be brought to book.
All right, let us get it very clear as you tell us. Are you saying that this killing now is an act of cultists?
Certainly. The truth is, there are so many arms, so many illegal arms in the hands of people, and we are trying to mop up arms and ensure that these arms are recovered and are kept in our custody. The truth is, cultism is one of the major challenges we are facing. We have discovered that all the armed robbers, suspected armed robbers and kidnappers arrested, 95% of them are all cultists. So you can see that with this cultism gaining grounds in the minds of the youth, so we are making some collaborations with the youth organization. We are sensitizing them. We are creating awareness that they should leave cultism in conjunction with the local government and other stakeholders, so that these people can really come back to the society and contribute meaningfully to the development of their areas.
All right, talking about these killings, really, earlier you said that one was an isolated case because the attackers came from outside the state. In essence, are you saying all killers, those that perpetrate evil in rivers, are not indigenous of that state?
No. I'm saying they are not, this particular episode that happened, they are not living in that community. They came from somewhere and attacked people and sped up to their hideout. So we are getting information about it, and very soon, as I said earlier, we are going to round them up and will really share good news with you of their arrest.
All right. The governor has issued a 200 million naira bounty on the heads of these people. What impact will this have on the investigation going forward?
Well, I think many people probably.
In the past, if you can recollect, one of the ritualists who killed an 8-year-old girl with less a reward of money on him,
and within no time we got information and the guy was arrested and prosecuted. So I think people will come forward and give meaningful information so that they can get some. People will come forward and give meaningful information so that they can get some rewards, material rewards that will help them also maybe to alleviate some of their problems.
Now, we understand that the creeks in the Niger Delta and even in River State have comfortable hideouts for criminals there. So is the police considering maybe a collaboration sort of with the Navy or local vigilantes there to go into the creeks? Because it seems to be a difficult task for the police.
Well, collaboration is one of the major strategies we have adopted. in terms of fighting crime and criminality. This particular guy, that is Meku Osi, who was first attacked, he was, as I told you earlier, he was one of them, but repented. He is now part of the local vigilante that is working hand in hand with the police and other security agencies to fight this dreaded group.
All right.
So we have excellent collaboration with members of the public, the vigilante, are forming all the local government, and we are working hand in hand with them and other security agencies.
All right, talk to us about the impact of this killings and tension on economic activity, especially some of the multinational corporations and other business activities going on in River State. How is this impacting on them?
Well, we have reassured them, and they have seen the efforts we are making. I think there is no much cause for alarm in terms of protection of their assets and their personnel. We are working hand in hand with other security agencies, and we are leaving no stone unturned. I assure you, this will be a sin of the past. It will not happen again.
And are you assuring the people that the police would always respond promptly to criminal activities anywhere in that state? Because that seems to be one of the challenges sometimes.
Certainly, our response time when there is any distress is 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, we'll be there. We have given all our numbers. The numbers are on the net, and even my own number is also on the net. People are reaching me, and people have really been awakened as far as these challenges are concerned. They have shown more concern, more interest to work with us so that we can nip these problems in the bud.
All right. Thank you very much, Zaki Ahmed, Commissioner of Police, River State. We thank you for talking to us.